I would love to host a teach me at Beach Hall. I'd love to have a conference where lots of people can share those ideas.
So what I want to tell you about today is Generation Global and what we do to support young learners to develop the skills of intercultural dialogue. We run global dialogues, which is 60 minutes. We run about 500 every year, and facilitated by our training team, brings young people together on global issues, whether it be climate change, fake news and social media, human rights of girls and women. And as you can see, we do work truly globally. We have a huge number of young people participating from Asia, particularly in Indonesia and India. You can see
and we are a portfolio company of Riyadh, which is the #1 accelerator for edtech ecosystem.
السلام عليكم، أهلا وسهلا. معكم وليد، أخصائي تطوير الأعمال في معهد آيدي للتدريب والاستشارة. طبعا شركة آيدي متخصصة في التدريب التخصصي للشركات وبناء المنظمات وتطوير الموظفين واستشارات في تحليل الاحتياجات التدريبية وغيرها. والحمد لله نمتلك أكثر من 25 اعتماد دولي، سواء البي ام بي أو الاتش ار سي اي أو غيرها من الاعتمادات.
So we're Elford. We're speech and language therapists that go into schools and deliver training courses to teachers and teaching assistants to help them improve children's communication. Speech language communication needs is the #1 SEN issue. It's the most common problem amongst children with special educational needs, and we give you the practical solutions and teach you to identify those needs to help you help those children learn.
Hi, we're Oxford University Press and Oxford AQA Exams. We're here just sharing our expertise in schools about our international curriculum and all of our resources. We support schools throughout the Kingdom and the Gulf, from KG right the way up to UH GCSEs and our international A-levels. So if you're here at the exhibition, do come say hi. It's been a really great day. Thank you.
On writing tech guides and policies and updates and support materials for your team and for your colleagues. Let's say you're part of the leadership team. You work on reports, analyzing data, putting together documents, and once again drafts and policies and things like that.
So to create your own structure, your own community and your own purpose outside of a leadership role and outside of a school, I think were all challenges initially.
Yes, somebody asked me recently, she said to me, don't you miss being part of a community? And I said, oh, I just go and attach myself to lots of communities and enjoy that.
Hello, welcome to Jalinga. This is an interactive self-recording video studio for educators. By using this sensor panel, educators can manipulate the object of their presentation and record content without any post-production. It saves time, saves money. It's a futuristic technology for educators all over the world, and we're saying hello from Gess Saudi Arabia.
Want to get education right. So much energy in the venue today, so many great ideas. And I'm now going away with so many of those great ideas to make education better for the young students I want to serve. One trend that I feel that I've learned from Gess Saudi that's going to shape the future is making sure that we give as many opportunities to our young people to see education but in a global aspect. Yes, there's so much to learn from Saudi, but we
أيضا تسهيل وتبسيط المعلومة بما يعزز المهارات وتحسين تعلم الطلاب.
I love the previous comment about the world that we live in and how in a world where we are overwhelmed with information, how do we, as education.
Yes, coming? Yeah. Okay. So in cyber, what we do is we provide STEM education, namely science and all the subjects of science, mathematics, expeditions, XR, dissections, okay, to the schools, to the students from grade 6 to grade 12. Okay, we cover all the curriculums. It's done, right? We cover all the curriculums, namely Cambridge, Saudi Arabia, you name it, we have it. Okay, plus we are available in both English and in Arabic, both. Yeah. So here you can see there is a VR and we have the platform also. So in platform, what you are experiencing in VR, you are getting in WebXR. Okay, so you don't need a VR glasses to navigate into the content, to play the content. If you have the laptops, the mobile phones even, we are working with them. Yeah.
Model or a different way of working, that will obviously the foundations of syntax will follow generally, not all of them, but generally. But the conversation there is that just because you are a pro at C++ doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be a candidate that will be able to move forward in that going forward. And I think as we kind of come into land here, and if any of you have got questions, we'll have a couple of minutes for that, is that Julia just mentioned there about the job that we do, and it's easy sometimes for that to be forgotten, not by us necessarily, but it does get forgotten by
Good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum. This is Yasir from Lead Speaker. As you can see, we are a leading text-to-speech company. We do provide solutions for education in more than 75 languages. We are registered since 1999, and we have customers here since 2010. And we are looking for a good event.
Back to my science teaching days, and I'm organizing the school trip for my students. And I might want to create a document that would help me with planning and organizing the school trip, right? So in Docs, I can just ask Gemini to help me generate that document. So I'll say I am a science teacher working on a science trip.
Hello. Yeah, so this is Husak at the Outdoor Education Company. So we do take school trips and college trips to do an outdoor classroom. So we teach them about survival skills, about the wellness, about themselves actually. So something outside of this trip. It's a very nice and fun activity.
Hello, so I'm Osama Muallim. I'm the regional manager of academics at Riyadh Training. So Riyadh is a company that already catered for school improvements, professional development for teachers, and also to make sure that teaching is happening at a very high standard, so that learning is impactful. So at the same time, at Riyadh, it's not only about doing professional development. It's about seeing what is needed in schools, look at the challenges, and to make sure that everything we do is really impactful and we are seeing the fruits of it. We are already working with a lot of groups here in Saudi Arabia. We are doing nice projects with them. We have already different offices in Riyadh, Jeddah, Dammam, Al Khabar. So I think Riyadh is the future of education and transforming schools in Saudi Arabia. So please, if you need anything, just contact us.
Ahead of time, which is brilliant, and you've all been fantastic in this respect. This is our last talk of the day, and I'm about to introduce to you Richard Marsh, who's the Director of Talent Academy, has worked at NEOM, and he is going to talk about the other end of the spectrum of leadership and talking about the potential for apprenticeships. So Richard, come on up. What a pleasure to have you finish off our day.
Okay, so I'm sure we'll find some common ground. Set of interest. Anybody here being an apprentice? So that gives me some idea of perhaps potential levels of knowledge about apprenticeships and background. So I'm going to talk about why we're considering introducing apprenticeships in the NEOM project. Hold it closer. Okay, sure, no problem. So I'm going to talk about why we're considering introducing apprenticeships in the NEOM project, what we hope to get from that, some of the challenges, some of the thinking that we've had so far to this point. I'd be really happy to take any questions or interruptions if anybody does.
على امل ان احد المعلومات هذه ممكن ترجع لها يوم من الايام. لكن انا اختلف تماما العمليه. الان لا تخزن شيء. تبي اي شيء طلع الجوال وترجع المعرفه. فمعناها ان خلاص كل اسلوب تدريسنا واسلوب تعلمنا وكل شيء صار ما له داعي. مو بس كذا، الشيء اللي انت بتتعلمه في نوعين من التعلم، اما انك تتعلم شيء وتدخله في الذاكره بعيده المدى، او انك تتعلم شيء وعلى طول ترميه. وبعد ما تخلص من عمليه السوشي تنسى كل المعلومات اللي تعلمتها، وكل مره تبي تسوي سوشي تروح تشغل يوتيوب تتابع خطوات وتسوي سوشي. انت ما انت خبير في السوشي ولا تعرف تسوي السوشي، بس لازم انك ترجع اليوتيوب عشان تشوف كيف تسوي السوشي. انا ما ادري تحبون السوشي ولا ما تحبون السوشي. لكن الفكره ان الان تبي شيء تتعلمه وتنساه في نفس الوقت، لان اصلا مصدر المعرفه موجود، فما يحتاج انك تخزن. فهذه الفكره الان ان فعلا انا ما يحتاج تخزن اي شيء. فهذا السبب انه يقول لك انا والله ما ابي ادرس المقرر هذا لاني اعرف اني بنساه كلها، لكن في شيء ما تنساه اللي هو مهارات التفكير الناقد. ارجع مره ثانيه، الهدف الاسمى من التعليم كله انك تكون عندك قدره تفكير ناقد. معنى اخر يقول لك واحد هذا ما تقدر تقص عليه، هذا عنده بكالوريوس، بعدين يقول لك لا هذا عنده ترى ماجستير، هذا ترى دكتور. ايش معنى هو لما يقول هذا الدكتور؟ معناها انك ما تقدر تقص عليه. ايش معنى ما تقدر تقص عليه؟ او ما تقدر تخادعه؟ لان عنده قدرات على التفكير الناقد. فاذا قال لك هذا بروفيسور، ايش معنى بروفيسور؟ انه عنده قدره على التفكير الناقد بدرجه عاليه. يعني اذا جيت البروفيسور قصت عليه بسرعه ما صار بروفيسور بصراحه. واذا جيت بروفيسور قلت له معلومه جديده ولا يقدر انه يتعلمها حتى لو ما عنده خلفيه سابقه، يعني انا الان نفس الشيء بروف. احنا لما يكون بروفيسور معناها انك تقدر تتعلم اي شيء. عطني المعلومه، عطني كم يوم واجيك متعلمها. فهذه فكره ان يكون عندك قدره على التفكير الناقد. فهذا الشيء اللي حبيت اني اكد ان الان ما في حاجه للتخزين، وهذا معناها ان كثير من مقراتنا خربت اصلا. وايضا ان ما في حاجه للحفظ، الان تعلم سريع ونسيان سريع، والحمد لله الامور طيبه.
شكرا سعاده البروف حول المصطلح اللي ذكرته واهميه الدعم للتعلم مدى الحياه. ريتشارد do you hear us؟ تسمعنا ريتشارد؟
Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Nice to be back again. ريتشارد السؤال لعلي اختم به حتى ناخذ اسئله الحضور. ما هو دور المنظمات؟ منظمه مثل الاي اس تي اي والاي سي دي، ما هو دورها في دعم المعلمين؟ لدينا معلمين، مدراء مدارس ومشرفين هنا يريدون ان يعرفوا دور المنظمات، ويعني يا ريت تركز على دور الاي اس تي اي كمنظمه في دعم المعلمين، سواء فيما يتعلق بالسيرتيفيكيشن او التطوير المهني او غيرها من الاشياء التي تدعم توظيف التقنيه في التعليم المعلمين.
Yes, thank you for the question. So, and again, forgive me for cutting out for a minute there, but I'm back. So the role of ISTE is really focused on training teachers and certifying leaders. And so when it comes to teacher training, we have a whole variety of tools that we offer, online learning experiences to help make sure technology is being used in a way that is really powerful, a way that is really helping to transform learning and to make learning exciting and engaging, and that's very important. One of the ways we do this is through our certification programs, and so we have 2 certification programs. One is ISTE certification, which is focused on
STRAMAS is a company which started in 2007, and we do provide the products like LML, ERP, and of course we provide content to all the curriculum, CBSE, international curriculum, both American and all the curriculum. So we do provide the LMS systems, which you can show in the backdrop, which you can see in the backdrop, like teaching and learning management, assessment management, Maratab, Institute, everything is available in our particular platform. And it is very much useful for all the schools who are looking for a great classrooms for tomorrow. That's it. Thank you.
How we would do this in this industry, just give an example. So what you need to do is to understand from employers what are the core job roles and competencies in an industry like this. Then you need to make sure that they are common and shared amongst different employers so they've got that transferability. Once you've got those key competencies, you can start to define a curriculum that brings together a test and a measure of somebody's ability to deliver against those competencies. And you can then decide which bits of that can be.
Hello, we are an Italian company that manufactures chairs, tables, and complement furniture in wood. Okay. We use mainly beech wood and birch plywood. We look for dealers, distributors, and we sell our products all over the world.
يحتاج الممارسة. إذا كنا نتكلم عن الكتابة التقليدية فيجب أن يحافظ على هذه المهارة من خلال طرق الممارسة في الكتابة تحت تجويد الكتابة. كذلك بالنسبة للمهارات القرائية وغيرها. لكن بعض الدول على سبيل المثال احنا سمعنا ان السويد تراجعت لان وجدت المهارات هذه تخلفت بسبب استخدام. انا اعتقد الافراط في استخدام التقنيه وعدم التوازن في المنطقه الشرقيه في الظهران مركز الملك عبد العزيز التاريخي. هذا المركز الحقيقه اقام مؤتمرين او ثلاثه عن ما يسمى الديجيتال بالانس، التوازن الرقمي، يعني لا افراط ولا تفريط، نستخدمها ولكن لا تسيطر على يعني سلوك الاطفال او المتعلمين او الناس بشكل مستمر، فيكون فيه مجال للمهارات الحركيه اللي تكلمت عنها وايضا استخدام التقنيه.
هذه يعني ممكن ان تخترع اجهزه مثلا في عمليه، بما ان الان اصبحت التقنيه تخدم كثير.
الان الدكتور عبد الرحمن الان معه الايباد وجالس يكتب بالقلم.
نعم.
هذه ايضا مهاره للكتابه.
اي لكن طريقه المهاره بالقلم على الورق وتنميتها لبعض الحواس وبعض الاعصاب غير الكتابه على الشاشه التقنيه.
اذا سمحت لي بس انا اريد شرح ضروري الحديث لكن بعد اللقاء حقيقه باسمكم جميعا نتقدم بجزيل الشكر والتقدير لخبرائنا في هذه الندوه القيمه ولمنظمه الاي سي دي بالمشاركه مع مكتب التربيه العربي لدول الخليج، وهذه الندوه مسجله وستكون متاحه خلال او بعد ايام المؤتمر على المنصه يمكن الاستفاده منها. شكرا ريتشارد. هناك شهادات تكريم سنسلمها للحاضرين وسنرسلها لك انت ان شاء الله تصلك عبر المراسلات الرسميه. أكرر الشكر والتقدير لحضوركم الكريم ولمشاركاتكم بالاسئله، وشكرا لاصحاب السعاده على حضورهم وعلى استعدادهم وعلى ثرائهم المعرفي والخبرات، والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.
هنا دكتور عبد الرحمن.
And so you see the same thing here. What other information should I include? And it can give you that critique. And I have a couple of other questions here too. Does this study extend the research that's already known, or is it just replicating what we already know to be true? Is there a better way to conduct this research? And asking about ethical considerations, all ways that we can use AI as doctoral and master's students and as leaders in your building.
Master controller to move it, so it will follow the line.
Hello everyone. So for GONIT, we are the manufacturer for tea bag and steam.
So this is one of our products, which is artificial intelligence trainer. Okay, so what we do is inside this one we collaborate with Intel. We partner with Intel and we do have the CPU processor Ultra 7. And then inside this kits we do have like keyboards and monitors. Here is the codings. So students can run the codings, can do modified and try and error, and they can do the experiment inside to learn what is AI. Yeah. So it detects your... Okay, so how it detects is... That's okay. So you can adjust the volume using your thumb and tip. So that's how it's programmed. And then beside of this is... Actually, this is the same model, Okay. But the difference is the application module that we use. Just now we use the speaker, but this one we use the robotic arm. So this is what we program to detect the left and right hand detection. So when you put your left hand, the robot will move to the left. Right hand, robot will move to the right, and both hands it will go to the center. So yeah, that's how AI, our application, artificial intelligence trainer works. Yeah. Thanks.
So ISAMS is a student information system for schools. We manage everything from admissions, reports, well-being, all of your student data in one solution, including lots of different modular areas. So we support over 140 schools within the Middle East at the moment. We have to check out any further.
Hi, I'm Luke. So Pocket Campus is an all-in-one students mobile app. The goal is to have one app with all the information and services for students in one place, like course schedule, grades, campus map, classrooms, etc. And it's a white label solution, so universities can have their own app in the store with their logo, colors, theme, etc., but based on the Pocket Campus platform. One app instead of many. That's what the students love, and the feedback is there for it. The course for today, and let's say I'm like, oh, this is auditorium 1272. Where is that? I can just tap on it, and it will show me on the campus map where it happens. So I have directly the information there. This is the schedule. I have also access to my grades, for example. So this is all my exam results. So very quickly, I can get notified when new grades appear. I have also access to all course material. So here we integrate Moodle, for example, so I have access to the slides, the forums, etc. So you see it's all in one place, and I can even see cafeteria, restaurant menus inside directly. It's a bit slow in internet, sorry, here, but it's coming up. There are pictures. You do mounting later. That's the point, right? You can also print document very quickly. So let's say I have a course material. I want to print it. I just, in 2 clicks, I can send it to the printers on the campus. And recently also we have, you can see here, we have also Arabic support. So this is a view that shows you all the upcoming things that you have today. So here there is a reminder about course registration, upcoming courses, for example, all the campus events, things like that. So that's for higher universities. Yeah, we have great feedback from students. Students usually love it. Students, when we pitch this to students, are like, of course I want that. Why don't I have this yet? And so we are working hard to adopt this for universities, and looking forward to work with the Saudi market.
Okay, so here in Intermetal, we are a manufacturer of furniture. A to Z, actually, from hospitality to hospitals. And what are we exhibiting here is educational furniture. So we are a manufacturer for educational furniture for indoor and outdoor. So as you can see, there is normal tables for just normal school table, and there is also our big and wooden tables that we couldn't bring here because it's a very small exhibition. I hope if you need anything, you can contact me at usama.batti@intermission.com.
You get to accept or disapprove something, maybe your child's participation in a school trip or something. You get to view some of the photos the school are sending. You get to read some of the announcements or the important, like just the announcement they are sending. You get to reply to their messages.
So it's more like a Twitter thing because schools are like, giving out information, small messages. It's more like a Twitter thing or something? Because
Twitter? Yeah, the cards might look like Twitter, but no, it's like if I press, this is a button. If I pressed it, I can reply. If I press here, for example, this says I am acknowledging receiving this information. So once I press acknowledge, the school will have a report telling them that I acknowledge receiving this information.
And how do
if I approved, for example, there is a pin code for approving. That, of course, it's like the parent will choose his PIN code, and then I can agree or disagree to a school trip or something. I can press disagree. I don't agree that my son will attend this day of innovation that will be held on the 6th of June at 9 a.m. I don't agree to that. So I will press disagree and I will press my PIN code, and then the school will receive my response.
Okay, this is a message in which the school is saying there's an event happening at the 6th of June.
Exactly.
And it's going out to the parents. So if the parents decide their children would attend this event, so they'll say accept.
Accept.
And if they don't, they'll say okay.
Reject.
Okay.
I can also send a reply to the parents, but this message is not working. But I can send a reply. I can choose or submit a reason for my child being absent or late for the school. So the school is informing me that my daughter has been absent on the day of, this day, today. And please provide us the reason for that. So I get to choose the reason for it. Is it a medical condition? Is it because of traveling? Is it because of a family matter or anything else? I can even add an attachment if there is a sick note or if there's any document. And then I, for example, choose it's a medical condition and I do press send. So the school will get the reason for that. Acknowledging receiving an information, maybe like this is a parent gathering that will be held on Wednesday, 29th of May at 10 a.m. Please attend. So where I press acknowledge, that means I acknowledge receiving this information. And I also can.
And this portal will be like these messages will be posted by the school themselves.
Exactly.
Just like they post on Facebook
the school,
and like.
teachers.
Okay.
So this is, for example, by Miss Sarah. This is by the school itself, like the person who is responsible for that. This is by Miss Sarah. So regarding my daughter, Huda, I get all her teachers can contact me, can send me these messages. And I get to message them back throughout the chat. So I can choose.
Who are these like teachers?
This can be teachers, yeah.
Okay.
This is of course a dummy account, but these can be teachers.
But if, for example, if I these are all teachers, if I want to access Mr. Ali bin Yahya,
Yeah.
so if I click, for example, if I click him.
But here, those are previous conversations. I can initiate a new one from here. So I can choose to, let's make that in English better. So yeah.
Okay, so there are more languages also in which you can. Okay.
Yes, Arabic, English, French, Urdu, Portuguese, Spanish. So here I get to choose to either contact my students' guardians as a teacher or my children's teachers as a parent. This is an account for a teacher and a parent. If I'm only a parent, I will only get to see my children's teachers. If I'm only a teacher, I'll get to see my students' guardian. But as this account is for both roles, so I get to choose. For example, here I want to contact my students' guardians. I will choose then which grade that student in. He is in grade 4. I need to contact the parents of Patricia. So I get to choose which parent, her father or her mother. I need to contact her mother. Then this is a conversation between me and her mother.
So it's more like a WhatsApp chat.
Perfect. WhatsApp,
and they can, as you mentioned, the parents would connect to their WhatsApp numbers. Phone numbers, like cell numbers.
But teachers will never be able to see this number.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's a private number.
Okay, got it.
No teacher nor parent have to share any personal contacts. Also, the teachers get to control when they are not available to receive messages.
Okay.
It will allow them to block receiving the messages so that no one can reach out to them during outside the working hours or during the holidays and so on. That's another feature. We also have the challenges, which allows the teacher to create sort of gamified challenges between the students and reward them points, take out points from them based on their behavior. We also have the stories where teachers get to share stories of what's happening during the school day.
And who has posted these pictures? Teachers.
Teachers, 2 parents.
Two parents.
Yeah,
okay.
teacher or school. It can be shared with the whole school. It can be shared with a specific grade, with a specific section. So you get to choose who view your story. And as a parent, I'll be receiving all these stories, just the ones that are related to my child. I will not receive like the whole, there might be some stories that are related to the whole school that concerns me, but I mean like I will not be, have to deal with messages or stories or any, type of information that is not related to my son or daughter.
Okay, and one last thing, how do parents send their complaints or if they have any problems regarding fees or with school or anything? So where would they post? Like if they want to send it out to the university administration or principal, or not to any teacher, for example, or maybe to all teachers also?
So my children's teachers, I get to choose the child first. I want to communicate with his teachers, and then I can choose between teachers or admins. And the admins are normally will be like this should be it has a card like this. This is a science teacher. This is an Arabic teacher. The admins will be the principal,
maybe the security department, the IT
department, the admission department, and so on. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, and one last thing, is there obviously there's a price for it, like a monthly annual subscription or something? How do schools?
Yes, it is an annual subscription per student. So schools will need only to pay for the number of the students they have. They have unlimited number of staff members and unlimited number of guardians or parents. The cost for it is $15 per student for the whole year.
$15 per student for the whole year?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is like the advanced plan. We also have the basic plan where it's $7 per student for the whole year.
And the whole features will be included in those, in the
advanced plan, of course, all the features. In the basic plan, there's a little bit of limitation, but the main functions are there.
In the era of digital transformation, education needs more than just a system. It needs a smart and integrated solution. New Mobiles, where the future begins. We present to you the leading solution for managing
بس في الاخر جاني مثل المنهج